Matt, could you tell me a little more about the exhibition?
We wanted something to coincide with Indian independence, which I think is any time around now. I think it's August the 15th or something like that. But also to tell the story about photography. This exhibition is not an exhibition about the struggle for independence. This is more about celebrating photography amongst, which is an unbelievable country, in terms of the extremes, from the Himalayas to the cities to the country, etc., but also the art and craft of the photographers, because they really went through some amazing things to actually capture their imagery, and also reflects the extremes of Indian society. So whether it's different castes, different tribes, from the Maharajas to hill musicians, etc. So every sort of walk of life within sort of Indian culture, and I think it sort of also tells a story to a certain degree of that period of time.
How easy was it to restore the images? Did you face any challenges?
Yes, I think some of the challenges was more about interpretation. So we have got some vintage material on the walls, which is fantastic. So these are things, 150 odd years old. They're actual, real vintage material on the walls. But obviously we didn't want to put all vintage material on the walls. So the challenge was you want to keep it faithful to the original, but you're not trying to create a facsimile of that original, warts and all. So you're trying to create something that will appeal to, dare I say it, the print buying public. They want to buy a piece of history, but they want it to look right in their homes. So it's not a museum artifact they're buying. It's a print. It's an image, and a beautiful image at that. So I think that was the challenge. How closely do we copy the original?
Do you have a personal interest in Indian history and photography?
I do indeed. My grandfather was Indian. We think he came from Assam, a place called Shillong, but there's a lot of confusion about where he did come from. But so I'm very proud of my Indian heritage and roots. So ironically, I haven't been to India, but that's one thing on the bucket list.
How important do you think this exhibition is to the British Asian audience?
I think it's very important in the sense that here's a country. We can talk about the struggle for independence and the Indian rebellion and all the bad things, but let's talk about the good things. This is an amazing country. And the beauty and the majesty that's actually captured in the images is extraordinary. So it does sort of capture all that the nuances of everyday life within India at that time. So I think it can resonate with people in a sort of mental way, but also in an emotional way as well. So and then if you take the time and trouble to actually find out about photographers and what they went through to actually capture those images, and the craft of working in the field, using the sort of methodology and technology at that time, which was very, very basic, that adds another dimension, another layer. So my mantra in life is always be curious, find out about the photographers, find out about the technology they were using, because it adds another dimension to the imagery you're looking at. And whether you're someone of a British background or an Asian background or an Indian background, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They're just beautiful images, and appreciate them for what they are.
Why is this exhibition important, and why should people see it?
I think photography is an international language. What's great about this is that you can look at an image. You don't actually need a caption or need a translation or need this, that, and the other. You can just appreciate the image. Obviously, photography transcends language barriers, so it works on that level. I think from a historical perspective and our cultural past, I think it's really important. So it's obviously a signpost to where we were heading, in terms of the technology and the development of photography. Which, whether you're interested in that or not, is appreciate what they had to go through to get the shots they did.
So how long did the process take to get the whole exhibition together?
It was probably a good 2 years from inception to actually getting it up on the wall. I suppose that really hard graft was the last 8 months, because the first challenge was, how do you narrow down, several thousand fantastic images down to 70 odd images. It's a real fantastic team effort, whether it's our darkroom guys, our curator, our editors, etc. So we've all put a bit in, and I think has produced an absolutely fantastic show.
How do you feel when you see all the photographs in the gallery?
It's funny. I'm a hoarder by instinct, so it's like you actually want to tell the story, you actually want to present it outside, but it's like when you find something that's really special, you think, I don't want to share this with anyone else, this is mine, this is my discovery. But the joy that people get when they actually see something on the wall and actually ask you the questions of where did this come from, the questions you're sort of asking me now, where did this come from, how did you get this, and you can see them sort of drinking in that information and being genuinely interested, so that you get a real kick out of that.